Alright, y'all, spring is right around the corner. So today I'm going to be getting ready my front flower bed. What I'm gonna be using is these. I bought some pansies, some dianthus, and I forgot the name of those. But I got these on clearance at Walmart Garden Center. It's a 4-pack for $1. So that's 25 cents each little plant. So that was an awesome find. And this is what the flower bed looks like, the front flower bed. I have a lot of different things growing in here. I have some dianthus, I have some bulbs coming up, I have some vincas right here. I have these beautiful rose bushes. These are the miniature rose bushes, and that's from like a couple of years ago. It survived the snow. So what I am trying to do more is plant more perennials. Other than annuals, they'll last a year and then they die. Perennials, they'll survive for a long time. So I have come to find out that dianthus tend to survive. I like vincas because even though they die, they will drop seeds, so they will reseed themselves, and I will still have plants without having to buy more. And these rose bushes have lasted. I have bulbs that I planted from years back. This is a birds of paradise right here. It has never flowered, but the greenery looks very pretty. And I'm getting these things. I don't know what they are, but they're like kind of spiky. They look kind of like a berry bush. I don't like it, but I'm going to go ahead and cut those down. Then I have another bush over there. I completely forgot the name, but it has this beautiful flower that attracts a lot of pollinators. And I have more dianthus that survived. So, and I have an azalea over here. That poor thing has gone through it. It's still there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this flower bed going. Okay, so I have severe allergies, and that triggers my asthma. So I do wear a mask while I garden. These are awesome because you can use them and then throw them away. It makes a huge difference when you have severe allergies and asthma. I do like this too because it's long, so I don't have to bend down so much to cut these. See, I did say that thing has spikes on it, so I should definitely go put some gloves on. Okay, I got my gloves. These, they're like kind of rubbery, and I like that they're kind of breathable on the top because it does get hot when you garden. So it's kind of nice having that breathable material in there. My hands are pretty small, so these are like one of the few pair of gloves that fit okay. They still have a lot of loose stuff, but definitely get you some gloves. Protect your hands. Okay, so I already cut a lot of the stuff that I was going to cut down. It was mostly over here. I cut some of that I don't know what it is, some type of berry, spiky berry bush thing. So I already cut some of that, and I do still need to pull some of those weeds right there. But for the most part, this greenery that you see has a pretty white flower. It just looks pretty whenever it comes up by itself, and then it flowers all around it while it waits for everything else to flower. And there's some little miniature roses. Let me see if I can. Okay, right there. It's kind of hard to see, but they're looking very healthy. So I usually tend to do the miniature roses when they're $1.99 at the Houston Garden Center. And it usually has 3 or 4, so I just separate them and plant them throughout. Sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't, but for $1.99, it's fine. So with the vincas, they're very dry because of the snow that we had. Kind of killed some of it. But what is, they still have some seeds. You can kind of see it right there. Those little black spots right there, that's seeds. So what I'm gonna do, just so it can reseed themselves, I really like vincas. They're cute, and they survive the heat. That's the best thing. It gets over 100 degrees here, so any heat tolerant plants are amazing. So I'm just gonna take I'm just gonna take this and just kind of do that right there, just so the seeds can fall wherever they may. And then some natural compost mulch, and that's what I'm doing with the vincas. And I'm just gonna kind of plan out before I start putting them in ground where I'm gonna position these at. Dusty Millers, that's the name of them. I completely forgot. Now these do tend to get tall if you water them and fertilize them. They do tend to get tall, and they do get more shoots out of them. So over there at the end, I have a hard time growing stuff because that's where it gets more sun out of this whole bed. That at the end is where the most sun comes through, and I really don't water it over here, so I think I'm gonna focus on putting a lot of these over there. Now for my diantheses. Now these are the shorter kind, and I really like these because they do spread out and they do tend to get very cute and full, like you see here. So they have the tall ones and then these kind of bushy ones, and they're right next to some miniature roses and pansy. So I had some pansies here last year, and they reseed themselves. So I'm have little pansies coming through right here, and right there, and I think I have a bulb coming through right there. So I like things that reseed themselves, that way I don't have to constantly keep on buying stuff and wasting time planting. I love gardening, but I'm trying to be as low maintenance as possible. So now time to position these where they're going to go. Okay, so far I'm gonna put some pansies over here because this is the shadiest area, and pansies do tend to get they don't like the heat, so this is the shadiest area. So just gonna add more pop of color. I'm gonna do the dianthus, just like 4 going that way, 4 more going that way. I'm gonna put some of the Dusty Millers in the back just to give it some more depth, and I'm gonna focus on dusty filling that area over there with some Dusty Millers and dianthus. I have planted some dianthus over here and they did really good. And like I said, I tend to neglect these things. The front yard, I tend to neglect the beds. So the dianthus are doing good, so I'm definitely gonna plant those here, and I'm gonna put a whole bunch of Dusty Millers in this area. loosen them up, you just want to kind of push that and try that out just to promote more root growth. Okay, so I'm done planting everything. It doesn't look like much right now because remember, these are baby plants. They're not like super huge. So these are the pansies right there. I planted some snapdragons because my oldest is graduating this year, so I want to make this little area pretty. I have the dianthus, and you can see the dusty millers all along. They will get big. This is one that survived the snow, has survived heat. It's been super neglected. I don't really water it, so it does get big. Normally I would mulch it, but I actually threw some poppy seed, I believe it was poppy seeds down, and I have a lot of seeds that I threw down, so I'm not gonna mulch it. That way those seeds can come through as the spring progresses. So this is what it's looking like now. I'm done planting everything. I'm going to fertilize it. I'm going to use a granular fertilizer. It looks like this. I got it last year on clearance. It's organic, so I'm just gonna put some fertilizer down. The way that I do it, I just grab it and kind of like do it like that, and then just water everything really good. So I'm just gonna go and fertilize everything in here and water it, and that'll be it for today's flower bed. Now this is the in front of my house, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe and have a wonderful rest of your day.